Oh, looks like we're live here. We got two watching. That would be me and someone else. I see one thumbs up, so I don't know how to hit the thumbs up on my own stream, so that must have been somebody else. Whoever you are, welcome and good evening. Happy Monday to you. Oh, now I'm the only one that's watching. What is going on? Happy Monday, all. Bettina, there you are. Do you know what? I'm actually late. I'm a couple of minutes late getting my stream up. Hey, Brett, how you doing? Yeah, do what you need to do, Bettina. I know you're busy, so this is just my regular Monday evening, 7 p.m. Live stream. Well, Deep South Band with Mr. Tom. How are you doing? Brett, I see you there. Let's party. Let's party. Yeah. Oh, Stuart, maybe we're all late today. I had a hard day at work today, and I was just kind of unwinding a little bit afterwards, trying to catch up on some people's videos. Mr. Tom, I saw you put out a new video, and I hadn't been able to get to it yet. I kind of like to save those for when I got a bit of time. I can sit down. I'll watch your video tomorrow morning with my morning coffee because tomorrow will be a day off for me. Will it grow? There you are. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're well, Mr. Tom. Like I say, I saw that you posted a new video and haven't had a chance to watch it, but I hope whatever decision that you made, I'm curious and interested to find out. I hope it's a good one for you. Bettina is definitely first. Absolutely. Okay, so Bettina is doing laundry, but we'll be watching and listening. Well, that is awesome. Thank you, Bettina, for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Will it grow? I hope you're well. I hope the shed wars are going well. I'm not so sure if I can say I hope your team wins because I'm rooting for my sister Mallory and whichever team she's on. So what can I say about that? Okay, Mr. Tom. Well, I'm curious. I may have some time later this evening to witness that, to view your video. If not, I will see it in the morning while I'm having my morning coffee. I'll have some time to relax and just enjoy it. Because Mr. Tom makes good videos, but sometimes they're an hour or even near 2 hours long. So you'd best set aside a block of time, or try to watch it in increments. Coral Tiger. Well, hello and welcome. It's good to see you again. Thorhaven, there you are. All is well. Yes, thank you. I'm a little tired from work today. Me and you, Acres, even. There. Welcome. Treasures Inky. How you doing? On the news here today, they said TP paper products going up in June. Yeah, go figure for sure, right? Hey, S. Moore. Mrs. Plummer, how do you do? Wendy, hello. Can you, who just made that statement about the paper products? Treasures Inky. Can you just share with the chat roughly where you're from? We don't want your postal code or your address. But yeah, where it has been said that is going to take place. Rhonda, hello. Hello and welcome. Okay, so if you guys don't know Me and You Acres, go check them out. That's Ange and Mike over at Me and You Acres. Lovely family. Ghost Prepper, there you are. Welcome. It's good to see you this evening. Mark, hello. Joe Morgan, good to see you. Mark Narducci. All right, so let's get this out of the way early here. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Eve, welcome. Yeah, go say hello to Me and You Acres. And Thorhaven Farms. Evan Stadler, welcome. Raptor Ranch, there you are. Welcome. Look at all you lovely folks in here. Ginger, Anne. There's Pinball Preparedness. Send some prayers for Pinball Preparedness. He's suffering from poison ivy right now, and he's a little out of sorts, so I hope he gets over it well. Mrs. Lost, welcome. Okay, so while we're here in the early stages, let's get it out of the way where we're from, what our gas prices are, and what our temperature was roughly today, just so we can get sort of a consensus of what's going on where, as far as those things go. So here today, we didn't achieve 10 Celsius. I think we had 7. Hi, Amy. It was like 45 degrees or so. And fuel was $1.21.9. I'll give you the breakdown on that. You're 315, Joe. 65 degrees. Okay, that's not terrible. Yeah, I've never had the poison ivy either. That's got to be terrible, especially if Pinball is very allergic to it. Let me just change out my glasses here, and I'll use my calculator, my handy dandy device, to do the exchange on that. So here we go. Get out of all this crap. Let me get into my apps here. Calculator. Okay, so 121.9 times 3.785 equals, it was $4.61.4 a gallon here today. And that's not your premium fuel. That's just your regular grade. Southernmost, I can see that barely. I got to switch out my glasses. I got 2 sets. I should just go ahead and get some bifocals. I had some, but you know, they didn't stand the test of time. Okay, I see everyone chiming in. To 279 in Kentucky, 65 degrees. 269 and 80, Mrs. Plummer. Southwest Louisiana, where Brett and Brett and Amy Broussard Homestead is, 268. Temperature of 82. 9 degrees Celsius over there, me and you. Same, around 45 or so. 9 above and $1.28. Okay, that's a little bit more expensive. Thorhaven. Burbs of Atlanta, 81. Okay. North Carolina, South Carolina border. Gas $1.64 and 80 and sunny. I'm moving down there. Although if it's 80 now in April, it's gonna get hot. 279 and 67. Coral Tiger says. Central Wisconsin, 269.40. And Rhonda Richter says jewel weed for poison ivy, Pinball. He's already got his things, but that's fantastic information to know. Thank you. Kentucky, having trouble getting pulp. Oh, okay. Thank you, Treasures Inky. That is appreciated. So in Kentucky. Okay. Mr. Tom from Deep says Bama says 269 a gallon and 83. Okay. Oh, you got gas at Costco for $1.19. Okay. I was out over towards Newcastle, and it's a little bit more expensive over there. Bettina and I live within sort of 20 miles of each other, so we get a real similar temperatures and fuel prices here. 309, 82 degrees in Houston. $1.20 a liter, Eve says. Oh, 264. I was going to say, Ghost. Wow. Molly, hello and welcome. Okay. Freehandly, hello. 45 and partly cloudy in Montana. Radar Prepper, hello and welcome. Nothing topical works for Pinball. If he doesn't get a shot, he's toast. He has that much of an allergy. Virginia Roots, hello and welcome. The Rooster, there you are, from Missouri. Welcome. Yeah, we got pretty much identical temperatures, although I think she's a little bit sort of laterally north of me. So I'm a little bit closer to the lake. I think I might get slightly warmer temperatures in winter and slightly cooler temperatures in summer. Just simply because of the lake effect. Yeah, send all your prayers for Pinball there for his quick recovery. Homestead Oz, hello and welcome. It's good to see you. Hello, Sunshine. You use homeopathic roost tox for skin issues like poison ivy. Okay. I'm not even going to read what Pinball just said, but you guys can all go ahead and read it there. It's funny. Nice one, Pinball. Hey, Becky, how you doing? Yeah, we're back to cooler weather here for a few days. They've got rain predicted here for the next 2-3 days, which I'm going to be taking off. Hello, Quebec Homestead. Everyone say a nice hello to Mallory over at Quebec Homestead. Mallory, Ben, and the girls. Lovely young couple homesteading on a couple of 100 acres. Comes with all those challenges. Hey, there's Not So Remote Alaska. Good to see you as well. All right, there's Ghost Prepper with all the good suggestions there. I'm just going to leave that alone, Ghost. You and Pinball can scrap that one out if you want to. Oh, goodness gracious. So here it is, Monday. Okay, so a little bit of an update for what I've heard here in Ontario from today. Now, this is something I've been kind of following a little bit for the last week or so. Now, our premier, Doug Ford, had announced. Don't quote me on this. It was sometime last week or maybe the week before that they were going to remove $800 million from the school budget for Ontario. Okay, so what I've been hearing late last week and early this week are ads on the radio from CUPE, I think it is, which is the union for teachers. Oh, you're just getting ready to put the girls to bed now? Okay. Okay, let me get to that, Becky. Let me just get to that, okay? Okay, so CUPE has been posting ads on the radio. Within the last week that have been saying, protesting that idea. It's like, why is Premier Ford removing all of these funds from the teachers? And, I understood that as a natural reaction to the removal of those funds. It's just natural that, the union is going to speak up like that. It's like, why are you taking all this money away from the school board? This is why. And now it makes sense. And I just heard today, it was announced this afternoon around 1:30 or so, I think, that schools in Ontario will be converted over to home study indefinitely. Indefinitely, mind you. What does that mean? Does that mean there's plans for more and more and more rolling lockdowns? Hello, Nose Picking. I see you there. Welcome. It's good to see you. $18 eggs the rooster got today. Woo! So that is one of the updates that I have for you. There's not much in the news, like Pinball and everyone else has been saying. They're not telling you anything in the news. It's all the Bologna 1-9er related. Thorhaven saying probably the same up in Quebec. Yeah, all right. Hey, Thorhaven, was that you that Mallory visited? And you were showing off the greenhouse that you built, and you're going to put earth up on the roof? Please confirm that. I'm just trying to make the correlation so that I get to know people a little bit better. Hello, Stars Prepper. Welcome. Well, I would certainly hope so, Southernmost, because I've spoken to a few teachers regarding the matter, and as far as they share with me, Like Scrappy Cat. You guys see her around all over the place. She is a school teacher. And when their teaching went online, uh, it cost her more time to deal with not just the children, but the parents as well, because it was the parents that were helping to do the homeschooling, because many parents had to be home because their young children couldn't be left home unsupervised, right? So, oh, okay, that's awesome. If any of you guys are considering doing a greenhouse, check out Thorhaven Farm, and they have some videos on there of the greenhouse that they're putting up, and it looks absolutely wonderful. Just another idea of how to do it, right? Many grandparents as well. Yep, absolutely, Homestead Oz. Well, it just costs the the teachers a lot of extra time to deal back and forth. So, I mean, I'm not sure if obviously the teachers are still going to get paid because they'll still be doing their job. But hopefully maybe they'll get a little bump in pay for the extra time that they have to do. I see Sean in Alaska there. You hit the thumbs up when you come in. What's your temperature in Alaska, Sean? What's your temperature and your gas price? We're just trying to do that every time when people come in. Where you're from, what's your gas price, and your temperature for the day, just to get an idea. Everyone can have an idea of what's going on around the continent, and of course around the globe as well, because we have global viewers here, right? So it can help us all stay apprised of what is taking place, with weather and fuel prices, just to stay apprised. Scarlett, I hadn't said hello. Mid 60s, says southernmost Illinois. Now, I'm not sure where southernmost Illinois is from, but it could be anywhere. Their name doesn't give it away at all. Hey, Randy, welcome from Nevada. Shoot your temperature and your gas price when you come in. Hey, Peggy, how you doing? Good afternoon, Drina. Drina Herrera. That name just rolls off the tongue. Snow tomorrow there. Where are you at, Rhonda? Oh, it's 41 in Alaska. Oh, it's not freezing today. Sunshine says. Ra, hello and welcome. 9 in Florida? Eureka, 374, Klingon says. For the second month, 53 degrees, 12 eggs. 12 eggs even. Well, that's nice. A dozen. Callie, 589. Whoa. Was that for the premium or the regular? That's crazy. 79, Tennessee Tactical. 257. Okay, thank you. Welcome. 46 and gas is 389 a gallon for Peggy Nichols. Ben Affleck, sure. See, half the time I don't get your notification came across you by accident. Okay. I just go on at 7 on Mondays. I don't announce it or anything like that. But yeah, you kind of have to be updating your screens or whatever to get a notification. 43 waiting for snow, Drina. Okay. I missed a little bit of chat here, and I'm sorry about that. Snowed yesterday in Alberta. Oh. Freehandly, in our area is about 274 per gallon. Okay. Snow is predicted in Wisconsin. Oh my. Dozen is good. Nothing wrong with a dozen eggs a day. Now, do you share with us what you do with the extras? Do you sell them out, or do you dehydrate them and grind them to a powder for storage, or do you water glass them or oil them? Eastern Pennsylvania, it's 47 and crappy. Gas is $2.95. Jane, how you doing? I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize. And I'm going to miss a bit of chat here. Sorry about that. Go to Ollie's and get survival books, medicinal information. 6 books for $30. That's a good prep. 90 degrees. Huh, Texas. Yeah. 104 last Friday. You know what? I think it was warmer all across North America last Friday because we had summer weather. Well, almost summer weather. It was like 60 to mid 60s, which for here for April, early April, is just about unheard of. Snakes are out big time, are they? You had to save your duck from one. It was choking her. That is one lucky duck. And if anyone doesn't know Broussard Homestead's duck's name, her name is Lucky. So that works. But yeah, so that's great. Thanks for the updates on that. It's much appreciated. Hello and welcome, everyone. You'd love to sell your extra eggs, but last year this whole thing started. Everyone in our area started getting chickens. Okay, but you know what, Thorhaven? I had been selling out some of my smoked meats and my pea meal bacon and sauerkraut and like pickled carrots and things like that, and my homemade mustards at this one little boutique farm market for members. And I just stopped at the beginning of all this. I haven't once all this started. I just haven't been over to do it anymore. Ramona Perez gathered 65 eggs for yesterday and today. Wow. She sure is, Brett. Like, wow. I've never had any pickled okra, but my dill pickled carrots are delicious. I have dill pickled eggs in the fridge right now, too. Now, up here, we use pickled green beans to put them in like a, do you guys know what a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Caesar is? We'll put those inside of a Bloody Caesar. The Ugly Prepper, hello and welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, Stuart, homemade Dijon. Yep. Go check my my recipe for it. The recipe is bang on. It's not too spicy. You can spice it up more if you want to. Make flan and sell that. I would make quiche or frittatas, whatever. Bloody Marys. We make Bloody Caesars up here, and basically it's the same thing except for instead of tomato juice, we use clamato juice. And we might put some Worcestershire. I think I'm saying that right. Sauce in there, maybe some horseradish, maybe some Frank's Red Hot sauce. Then you rim the glass with the seasoned salt. Yeah, pickled eggs are good. And usually you stick a piece of celery in there, like to stir it, and as you drink it, you munch on the celery or whichever. But yeah, using those pickled green beans or spicy pickled green beans that's been a hit. Clamato is good also. We have a beer made with it. Oh, I see. Okay, Mrs. Plummer, that's cool. What part of Canada I'm in? I'm an hour east of Toronto. I'm on the north shore of Lake Ontario. Do you grow Clamato? I'm just gonna let you figure that one on your own, Brett. Brett's being a wise guy. That's all right. We love him just the same, even though he's from Louisiana. We won't hold that against him. Oh, pickled jalapenos and vodka. And use those for Bloody Marys. I see. Hey, you. Good evening and welcome. How to get a fruit smell out of used food grade pails. Okay. Um, Actually, to be honest with you, Diane, yes, because the buckets that I bought last year and drilled holes in to do my bucket potatoes in, um, I got them from the flea market, and it said on the bucket that the contents were orange peel. So, like, they had a whole stack of these buckets that were from orange peel. Now, what they're using orange peel for, I'm not sure. Maybe it's for, if they're making candied peel to put into like Christmas cakes or anything like that. But, anyways, when I got these buckets, they had been just freshly washed and they smelled of oranges, like big time. Dish soap and baking soda. Tennessee Tactical is saying. What I did is I just washed them with dish soap, and then I left them outside on a rainy day. And after about a week, that smell started to dissipate, and it didn't bother my potatoes at all. But I mean, I understand what you're saying. If you want to reuse a bucket for some other completely different food related purpose, for not wanting to have, say, an orange smell in there, if you're going to be filling it with, I don't know, dried peppers or flour or whichever it may be, right? Hydrogen peroxide. Okay, that's another good suggestion. Vodka, hold the clamato, Spock's brain. There you go. Cheers. It's a little cool here for a Bloody Mary here today, so I'm just sticking with my rum, sipping on that. It was a hard day work, so I had a beer when I got home. I thought I'd have a rum while I'm doing my live stream here. Uh, so cheers to any of you participating in a relaxing evening libation. Okay, so you don't know if the smell goes through Mylar. I would guess no. Southernmost? Yeah, but I can't say verbatim, but orange potato. Is that Chinese? Well, aren't you glad I didn't say Chinese again? Working quietly, 52 on the north shore of the St. Lawrence River, and 461 a gallon today. Okay, roughly around the same price as what I had. Working quietly. Welcome. It's good to see you. You're gonna have to make it over your way to check out this rum making. I will be doing videos. I will. I keep threatening to, and I promise I will. Scott Ziegler, welcome. It's good to see you. Cheers, Randy. Cheers, all. I can't do any good old shine, Mrs. Prepping Plumber. I just don't have the area to do it in. I think you can plant whatever you want in non-food grade buckets, but just make sure you use a bucket that hasn't contained like a motor oil or a transmission fluid or, those types of fuel oils, okay? It could be a bucket that had kitty litter in it. Wash it out, and then, you could grow a pepper plant in there or whichever. You could put some chives or something in there. And that's actually something I recommend you put into containers anyways, is your herbs, especially ones that like to creep, like, like mint or things like that. Jesse J, I see you there. Hello and welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, you can plant anything in non-food grade buckets as long as the bucket will provide that plant enough space to root out properly, to give the plant enough legs to, shoot up properly, right? Well, the plastics leach, but I mean, when you plant in buckets, you drill holes in the bottom anyway. So I would think that anything would leach would run right out the bottom. I may be mistaken on that. That's just my concept of how it may work. Oh, a painting contractor. Okay. I'm not sure I would use a paint bucket. I have used a paint bucket, and I'm not sure I would do that again. East, welcome. That's a great idea, Gene. Yeah, get buckets that had pickles in them from some other source. There, yeah, Laurie. There's actually lots of holes in the bucket, Laurie, because drainage is highly important when you're planting in buckets. Because when you when you water, you want to water heavily so that it takes all that water right down to the root, and you don't want any extra water lying down in through there, right? You just have to water regularly, and you want decent drainage. If you're going to make sauerkraut, get a food grade bucket from restaurant, had pickles in it before those pills seem to be best batches. Okay, I'm going to be making my sauerkraut in 1 liter jars again. I still have like 10 quarts of sauerkraut, so I'm not going to be making any real soon. But I probably will make a fermented batch because the batch that I had is a canned batch, so it's kind of like a cooked type of sauerkraut. So I remember that song, Lori. Oh, I was hanging out over on Green Greg's last night. It was late last night, and I probably should have been in bed, but I noticed he was live, and I went over there, and he was doing a tribute video as a 100th birthday for his late father, who would have been 100, I believe, yesterday. Pickled eggs will stay good in the fridge for until you can eat them. You know, if you don't like them, don't make them. But if you like them and you make them, you're going to eat them. So, 6 months. I've heard people make pickled eggs and store them on the shelf, and they're good 2 years later. So I'm not telling you that that's my information. I'm saying I've seen others do that. Okay. Yeah. So I was hanging out over on Green Greg's, and he was showing all kinds of awesome interviews with his father, interviewing his father about when he grew up in the Depression days. Garden State Gardener, there you are. Hello and welcome. His interviews about his time during his service in the Second World War in Germany, and so it was a really interesting video to watch. But while I was watching it, sorry, I'm going to miss some chat here, guys and gals, but I just wanted to share this with you. If any of you guys don't know Green Greg's, go check him out. Very, very knowledgeable gardener and a very, very nice man. But last night he was singing Jimmy Crack Corn. Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. So that was cool. Hey, Kelly Benoit, there you are, the one and only. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you, Regan, and the family are well. What do you say there, Hillbilly? It's good to see you. Welcome. Wow, we got 81 people in here. Are there any new preppers in here? Or people who are new to prepping that might be like homesteader types or whichever, or people who are new to the community? Because I see growth in my channel and I see growth in the community. So I kind of wanted to put something out there for new preppers. Thank you, Nose Picking. Yeah, go check out Green Greg's, guys. A very, very nice man and very knowledgeable about his stuff. Does his own worm castings for his garden and all that stuff too, right? So, Garden State Gardener, you're new to prepping. Okay. All right. So, you're new to canning, Virginia Roots. Okay. I'll be doing more canning videos. But if you want to go check out, you can go check out some of my previous canning videos if you want. But if you want the goddess of canning, you're going to have to go check out a channel called Sutton's Days. I believe that's Lisa over there, and she's a very lovely woman, her and her husband, and she is your canning guru S. 1 year in, yeah. Yep. Newbie as well, Diane? Okay. 6 months? Okay. Brand new to it all, Mrs. Plummer. Okay, good. Yeah, Sutton's Days is amazing. Lisa Sutton. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure one of my awesome moderators are going to go and go ahead and post her link. To be honest with you. Oh, Gilbrook too. Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, Lisa and I have conflicting schedules. I stream on Mondays at 7, and she starts at 7:30. I just noticed that this evening. But yeah, you can go check out her live streams and her canning videos and that too. A very wonderful wealth of information over there. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Plummer. I can't always as I moderate for a lot of different channels. I train myself to see the chat more than I do the name. So if I just happen to glance at the name, I might not catch it all just the way it should be. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think Anne, she started at 7:30. And I'm not trying to conflict with her. That's not the objective or the idea. The channel name again is Sutton's Days. Sean in Alaska. Sutton apostrophe S, I think. DAZE. Pretty much, Rooster. Yeah, I don't like to step on anybody's toes or live stream when somebody else is live streaming, which is why, as a prepper, I see all the other prepping channels. Nobody had picked Monday evening at 7 as a slot, so that's why I chose it. Right, gives me enough time to get home from work, relax a little bit, and get prepared for my live stream. Bug Dude, there you are. Welcome. It's good to see you. She's been cooking preps too. Yeah, they've been doing a whole bunch of cooking challenges. A group of those homesteaders and canners over the winter, which is great if you can have time to catch up on them. Oh, Tex Homa, there's no apostrophe. Okay, yeah, I could be mistaken. Oh, obviously, of course. Their canning bacon method. That's something I haven't done yet. But what I am going to be doing tonight is I'm having breakfast for dinner. And these are breakfast sausages. So I'm going to be cooking these. And these are the first things I ever canned with my pressure canner was breakfast sausages. So I'm going to be having I'm going to make a potato hash, some sunny side up eggs, and these breakfast sausages with some rye toast, and that's what I'll be having for my breakfast for dinner. And I'll serve my soft eggs over top of the hash. So that should be absolutely delicious. It should be very nice. Oh, breakfast for dinner is so nice. I rarely have time in the morning to have like a nice bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs breakfast or pancakes or whichever. So yeah, you just sometimes just got to do that in the evening. Oh, Gray Sky, there you are. Hello and welcome. It's good to see you. Oh, you had breakfast for lunch. You got a lot of eggs to eat, Mal. Good. I'm glad your chickens are producing well for you. Okay, so anyways, yeah. With that, having a few folks having said that they're new to prepping or have been only into it for 6 months or a year or so, I wanted to give out some ideas for new or people who are newer to prepping. Okay, so because it's important, I think, to get back to basics, because there's lots of people who come newly into the prepping community, and it might cross over from outdoors people or bushcraft people or homesteading folks, because there are a lot of overlapping ideas, and I see we interact together all the time on the others' channels, which I think is awesome. I think that's fantastic. But there's a few topics I wanted to cover. If you guys want to participate, you other veteran preppers that are here in the chat, there you are, ADK man, welcome. Okay, Peggy Nichols is saying don't overspend first, but there's a couple of topics that I wanted to cover. So maybe if we can deal with those, let's start with the basics first of all when it comes to prepping. Okay, the very very basics for people who are brand new. Now the basic principle is when you begin your prepping, your goal should be to go ahead and store back 2 weeks worth of food and water into your pantry, extra from what you have for your use this week. You understand what I'm saying? If you do a weekly shop, you want to have whatever you're going to eat for that week plus 2 weeks back. The easy way to do that is figure out what you eat in a week if you have 7 different meals. And some people repeat, like they'll have fish on a Friday, and they'll have spaghetti on a Thursday, and maybe Sunday evening it's roast beef or whichever it may be. Outline what your week's worth of food usage is, and then when you go shopping next week, if you can place it into your budget, multiply it by 3 to get your week's worth of food plus 2 weeks worth of extra. Oh yeah, it's highly important to know your wild edibles. And there's a channel we can shout out about that. Well, Quebec Homestead is very good about wild edibles, but we can also shout out Mark over at Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin. Very, very knowledgeable. You just ate all your Fritos. I saw those you had with your ham sandwich the other day, Mr. Tom. You started with this. 1 equals 2, or 1 equals 0, 2 equals 1. Yeah, 2 equals 1, 1 equals none. That's a basic principle, and I'm not sure if that's transferred over from a military idea or not, but the idea wasn't strange to me when I came into the prepping community. Yeah, 2 is 1, 1 is none. That's just like, if you've got your candles to burn, make sure you have backup candles, right? RD, there you are. Welcome. It's good to see you. Ronnie Braun, there you are. Yeah, canned or dry stuff. Exactly, Mama S. And, if it's not in your budget to go out and spend 2 extra weeks worth of money on food storage while you're out at the grocery store getting your weekly shop, if you're shopping weekly, put an extra $2 in there and buy 1 extra bag of pasta and 1 extra jar of pasta sauce. If you eat pasta and pasta sauce, okay? If you don't eat that, spend that extra $2 on a small bag of rice or beans to add to your preps. Just get 1 extra or 2 extra little things at a time. Bigfoot Prepper, hello and welcome. It's good to see you. I haven't seen her be that political. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fritos do make good fire starters. Fritos do, Doritos do. I'm not sure about regular potato chips. Do you want to do a test run? I have some potato chips in the other room that went stale because I'll get a bag of potato chips and I'll eat on it a little wee bit. A bag of potato chips will last me months. I'll have a little nibble and I'll forget about it. And I've forgotten about these ones, so they're stale. Do you want to try some regular potato chips to see if they burn? If they will be a good fire starter? I see Honey Badger Homestead in here. Hello and welcome. All right, just excuse me a second, guys, and I will go get those stale potato chips. I have a lighter here, so we'll just test that theory, okay? Okay, now this is a stale bag of potato chips, okay? Hey, Fox. How you doing, Cliff? This is a stale bag of potato chips that I've had around, oh, goodness, all winter, probably since fall. Now, I don't know. I've never tried doing this with potato chips, but I know it works with stale crackers. If you oven can your crackers for long-term storage, you can do that with stale crackers, and it will refresh the cracker, plus help it store on your shelf for a good few years. Okay. So with these, yeah, I'm not even going to try them. I can feel that they're almost flexible. My alarm goes off. Maybe smooth. I have a very sensitive alarm, and that has happened before. And if it does, I'll just run over and I'll. I have a stick I keep over there. I just reach up and hit that. Hey, Colin, how you doing? Go check out Kincaid Outdoors, guys and gals, for your traditional archery tutelage. He is an expert in that area. Okay, so here's my stale potato chip. This is just a regular, crappy, great value brand, regular plain potato chip, not the ripples or anything like that. Oh, Bigfoot, you noticed that? You noticed that spam, did you? Prepping 101, hello indeed. Okay, look at that, guys and gals. Potato chips also work well for, yeah, I don't want my alarm to go off. Potato chips also work well for a fire starter. I did not know that, but I did know about like the Doritos and the corn chips and things like that. 101, I hope you're well. I hope you're going to have a nice, relaxing bit of time off. Wow, that smells really like burnt smoke in here. So the alarm, I didn't know that either, Bigfoot. The alarm may well go off. It's way over in the other room near the basement door, but we'll see. So anyways, that's something I learned here tonight. So thank you guys for that. That is awesome. And I hope anyone here who's new to prepping also learned a great tip there. That is awesome. Raw, hello. Veggie oil, yeah. Garage sales are very awesome. Love them. It's not that terrible already. It was just really, really close to me. It didn't make a whole lot of smoke. It's quite all right. Anything fried in grease. Yeah, okay. Will act as a fire starter or extender. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of oil in there. RD, I do have a fan. Actually, when I was in the other room, I pointed my fan at the smoke detector to try and help with that. So, oh, you like cheese? Do you like to use cheese balls to eat, Colin, or to start fire with? You Bigfoot. See, that's the problem with me. I hardly eat any potato chips. These ones, and that's half a bag right there. It's been sitting around for months and months and months. It's just that every now and again I have a craving for them, so I get some, right? But then I eat a little wee bit, and the rest are around for forever, and they go stale on me. It did light up pretty fast, right? Yeah. Does spam make its own gravy? Nope. I'm not sure I'd want to make a gravy spam. That's an appetizer size bag. Well, Bigfoot, all right, you've got a size 15 shoe, so I can only imagine, what are you, 6'8" or something like that? Yeah, that bag of potato chips in your hand probably looks like it's about this big. Barely even a small bag of potato chips. Barbecue chips are great. Hey, you know what? I was, yeah, some little cube fire starters. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a bunch of different kinds like that, Bettina, as well. Some I got at the dollar store, and I, think maybe some I got at Canadian Tire. Gravy with bologna. All right. My mother and my auntie East, they used to make us. They would call it Soupy Hash, and this was a soup made of water, potatoes. I think there was an onion in it, diced up bologna, like chunked up bologna, and like pepper and salt in it, and then it was thickened with I think like a cornstarch and water slurry. And as kids, we were just happy to get a little piece of meat in it. There you go. There you go, Mr. Plumber. Yeah, that's a popular go-to for sure. And you know what? It's actually pretty tasty. I don't know, Raw, if a fresh bag would light up that fast. Probably. It would stand to reason. Slurry. Yeah, slurry. Okay, so for new beginners on the basics, you definitely want to go for at least 2 weeks worth of food and water storage. Now, with the water, that may become problematic depending on your situation, whether you're in an apartment or what you have for storage space. Because 2 weeks worth of water for one person is a lot, let alone if you have to multiply that by if you're a couple, or if you say you have a family of 4, whichever. So highly, highly important. Start with 2 weeks worth, and that'll give you an advantage over 95% of the people out there, because 95% of the people out there are doing nothing. Okay, so very, very important. Oh, you're on a well, calling over at your new place. That is awesome. You're on your way east. Stay well and safe. Okay, it was good to see you. You can get a Berkey and use a swimming pool water, either that, or yeah, you can get like a Sawyer Mini. There's all kinds of different portable devices as well. And for your pets, very, very important. Treasures Inc. says, yeah. Let me actually rephrase that. That's Treasures in Kentucky, as far as I can tell. 1 gallon per person per day. That's just for drinking. You have to think about cleaning yourself, cooking, and it's actually recommended 3 gallons a day per person. Oh, that's okay, Jeffrey. Welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, a water filter, some type of water filtration. And the next thing I would recommend, as far as basics go for beginning preppers, is a decent medical kit. And if you've already got sort of kind of a medical kit, gather it together and over time make it more complete. Trips to the waterfall. Yep. Cornstarch, couldn't afford that. Flour pan gravy. Okay. Yeah, I'll stick to ribs for sure, mom ass. Yeah, Colin, we're really talking more to those who are like more new to the idea of prepping and preparedness. But yeah, anyone who's an army medic, a former army medic, absolutely will have their medical game on for sure. Bulk salt is a fire extinguisher. Yep. Jacques, I remember on the farm, we used to have we had a wood furnace in the basement, and we had a wood stove in the kitchen to heat the house. And, we had a couple of chimney fires in that coming out of that wood stove out of the kitchen. We'd have to climb up on the roof and take big bags of salt that we had for cattle, dump it right down the chimney. That's a great point. Yeah. You use roughly 45 to 50 gallons in 2 weeks. Okay. It's good to know. South Florida, yes. The knowledge is highly, highly important. That's what I was going to say. In addition to the basics, information and learning is your key, your knowledge base. That way you know how to use things more diversely. If you have more information, you can get away with using less things, perhaps. There you are. Welcome. It's good to see you. So that's one item for newer preppers. Now, one item I did want to bring, or one topic I did want to bring up, is forming a MAG, or mutual assistance group. This is just MAG. That's just the short form. That's how we call it, for mutual assistance group. And now all that is that's sort of getting together, making a group with like-minded people who share the same ideas, as opposed to, toward preparedness. Yeah, Papa P, I was a beef and hog myself. Um, yeah, the mutual assistance group is very, very important because in a bad situation, you'll have strength in numbers. Nobody knows everything and nobody can do everything all at the same time. It's impossible. Okay. So, one of the ways to form a mutual assistance group is you want to use form it with people who are very, very trusted and strongly vetted. So you might want to choose either friends that you already know and have known for a very, very good long while, who have sort of proven to be worth their salt, will be there for you in a bad time, and you'll be there for them in a bad time. Those people can already be a part of your MAG or mutual assistance group without even discussing the idea of prepping or a mutual assistance group. Now, I have a few folks, a few good friends that I've known for a very, very long time, and we haven't discussed being part of a MAG or bug out location or this or that, anything like that. But it's been simply brought up. Hey, if anything ever goes south, you can always head here. And I said, well, that's the same, that's the same as well. If you ever run into a bad situation, you can always land at my place, right? So it can be as easy as that without having to even come out and say the word prepping, because when you say prepping or prepper, you may get a lot of sideways looks from certain folks, right? There you go, Papa P. Yeah. That's one of the smartest people in the room. If you go into a room full of people, one of the smartest people in that room is the person who doesn't say a word. Why? Because what are they doing? They're collecting information. And don't forget your pets. Hey, Melanie, Mag, how to communicate? How far do radio phones? What's the proper name? You mean ham radios? You can get simple two-way radios that are rated for 20 to 30 miles, handheld ones, and they're not terribly expensive. Go online and have a look for handheld two-way radios. You can probably buy a 4-pack of them for, I would think, less than $50, and I'm thinking that it might be Canadian money as well. Oh, it's your you and you time, me and you acres. Okay, you guys go have a nice time. I hope you enjoy the evening. Stay well and safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys again, either on your streams or in mine. So stay well and safe. Happy Monday and have a great week, okay? Yeah, a ham radio. I don't happen to have any of the handheld ones, but I did go out this winter as part of my, winter prepping holes in my preps. I got this. This is supposed to be an automobile mounted ham radio, and when I bought it, I didn't realize it was an automobile mounted one. A power source for it. Mama Bear Prepping. We're talking about ideas for prepping for new people who are newer to prepping. Okay. Thorhaven. Okay, stay well and safe. Okay, Bigfoot picked up a couple of ham radios for SHTF just in case. Now, were those the handheld models, Bigfoot? And if so, maybe you could share in the chat what models, makes and models that those were for the others out there. Yep, simple handheld two-way Motorola's. The more you spend, the further distance you should be able to get with that. But, that's kind of like if you're on a hill and there's a valley between you and who you're trying to communicate with. If you're on two sides, the other side of a hill, you might not get a great reception back and forth with those. Oh, they were the Baofeng. Okay. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, the Baofangs are fairly inexpensive handheld ham radios that are sort of entry level, but they will work just fine, and they're very portable. Mama Bear has a channel. Come visit her channel. She talks about prepping a lot. That's excellent. Yeah, and if there's any new preppers that wants to go check out Mama Bear Prepping, go ahead and have a look. I think those handheld two-way radios just have a couple of different channels that you can click on, and you would discuss it with the people within your group as to which channel you're going to use. Mary C says in Canada you can buy them in a big box store or probably order them from Best Buy Electronics. You got a base station at the house? 30-mile two ways. That was my idea, Mr. Plumber, was to get a base station. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This one is I'm going to rig it up in the house as a base station. Now, I do need to work on my antenna for sure before it becomes a little bit more viable. But the beauty of having misbought this is if I leave the house, I can take it with me and I can use an alternate power source I can plug it into a cigarette lighter or your 12-volt power supply for your automobile. Yes, it absolutely should, Melanie. There's absolutely no reason why a two-way radio. They're just meant for, say, if it's rated for 25 miles or whatever, you're probably not going to get 25 miles out of it. They're always lying to you on the package. But you may get 15 or 20 miles out of it. And that will work anywhere you take them. As long as you take the radios and your group with you, you'll stay within that distance. There's no reason whatsoever that radio should not, those two-way radios should not work. No, this is not the same as a CB radio. It's a ham radio. But it is meant to mount in a vehicle. Mr. Plumber, with the right antenna, I've heard people can talk overseas, depending on what your situation is, what you can set up, if you can use the transfers, the repeater stations. I didn't see you, Tigger, there. Hello, welcome. You have Cobras, okay. Walking around a block, okay, yeah, Canadian Tire Special years ago. Do you know what? A CB radio is a fine idea. Like with a ham radio. Oh, you got to go, Mr. Bigfoot? Okay, well, it was lovely to see you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you and Lake Ferry have a lovely evening. I think so. Not so remote, because I can not only use it at home, but I can take it away with me and power it with alternate power sources. So yes, communication is very, very important when it comes to talking about stuff. But I don't think I would make it one of my first preps. My first preps, 2 weeks worth of food and water and a medical kit, bar none. And then once you've got that, work on, say, a month's worth of food storage. After that, once you've got a month's worth of food storage, your medical covered, food and water storage, medical covered, maybe look into personal protection if that's, within your train of thought, if that's something you can do where you are. Different areas of personal protection. We'll just say that. You guys know what I'm talking about. A wind-up radio. That is a fantastic idea for an emergency situation. Yeah, weather emergency radio. Absolutely. Yeah, Gene, absolutely. And the wind-up one is a great idea because they require, I guess they have batteries built in, and you just charge it by winding, right? And the more you wind, the longer charge that you will have. Well, I wasn't just going to go ahead and say that, Randy, but yes, personal protection. Personal care items, yeah. Yeah, like a mobile, say, hygiene or personal shave kit, uh, personal toiletries kits, absolutely. And then there's the whole idea of a bug out bag, okay? And now I'm not going to get into a bug out bag here right now. Oh, copy that, Carl. All right, ham was one of the first preps for them because uh, they're living in a tornado-prone area. They use it during those situations. What about goop and add to a vehicle tire so that it doesn't go flat? Just want to stay safe in sparsely populated Saskatchewan in case you have to leave the city. Goop to add to a vehicle tire? You mean on the bead when you mount the tire onto the rim? I've only ever seen grease used. Well, hello, Southern Boy Prepper. It's the one and only Regan. Good evening to you, sir. Welcome. Yeah, you got to fix a flat kit. I've been in a situation before where I went to no, it wasn't the Bee Gees. Shruti Singh, hello and welcome. I see you there. Welcome. A fix a flat kit is an excellent emergency item for your car, and it is something you should have in your car. But let me tell you other ways you can, fix a flat in a can. You don't like it, but it can get you out of a bad pinch. It can do that. One of the things that I've used to get me out of a pinch is I went to a Beach Boys concert on the beach over near the East Coast here in Canada on the North Shore of the St. Lawrence River in New Brunswick. And the parking for that concert was in a farmer's field. It had just been freshly mown with hay. And doesn't it turn out that where I park, I parked my tire right on top of it was like a prong about 10 inches long with a little swirly thing. And that was part of the machinery that turns over the hay to dry it. Oh, keep tire from going flat if punctured. Oh, I'm not sure, Melanie, on that one. They have run flat tires. They're very, very expensive, and they're usually loaded on to armored vehicles for security purposes. That way, if your vehicle comes under duress and your tires are knocked out, those tires will run while they're flat. But they're very, very expensive, I would presume. I have not looked into those. They're not in my budget. New trailer hitch. There you go. Yeah, a compressor as well. 12-volt compressor for your car, especially if you have a car with aluminum rims that may be prone to leaking out the air. SHTF bicycle is a good idea. Absolutely. If you've got to bug out over the road and your vehicle isn't working or whichever. Run flats only last a few hours. Okay, Scarlett, that's great information. Catskill, there you are. Hello and welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, you need a just-in-case car kit. Absolutely. There's Dusty Data. Hello and welcome. But yeah, one of the things I did was I was at a Beach Boys concert, parked in the farmer's field, and one of the prongs from his machinery got stuck in my tire. And as we were leaving the venue, the traffic was going so slow that we didn't really even notice that the tire was flat. You know, if you're driving a little bit faster, it'll go blah blump, blah blump, blah blump. But we were going very, very slowly. And we came up to a stoplights where everyone was dispersing in whatever direction that they were going. And it was a gas station on the corner. So I was parked in traffic and waiting to go. And I just happened to look in my rear view mirrors and, I was looking down and I noticed that one of my tires was flat. So I wheeled over into the fuel station, and it just so happens where I parked, boom, there was an air compressor right in front of me. Now this is back in the 90s, okay? So I went inside and I thought, okay, I'll grab a tire repair kit and I'll just pump it up with air and away we go. So I go indoors and they have no tire repair kits inside. Okay. Okay, nose picking. It was good to see you. Thank you so much for coming and punching out all those links. It's much appreciated. So, anyways, I go into the store. There's no tire repair kit. So I noticed that they did have a couple of. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? No, I'm not mad at you at all. Not mad. There's just certain things Ed doesn't want on his live stream. That's all. I'm there to moderate for that reason only. I'm not mad at you. It's all right. It's all right. Ed doesn't want it on his stream, but I mean, and I'm there to do a job for him. So that's what I do. Old school plugs for tires. They didn't have those. They didn't have those either, but they had some string mops for sale. So I took my pocket knife out and I grabbed 3 or 4, ropes off of a string mop, and I took them out, opened the hood of my truck, and old trucks, they got a little bit of oil sitting around here and there on top of the engine. I just dipped it in a little bit of that oil, and I used a screwdriver and I jammed it in the hole after I pulled that prong out, filled my tire with air, and that plug held for 3 months until I had an opportunity to replace the tire. Hey, there you are, Sandwich. Good evening and welcome. So if you use a little bit of imagination and ingenuity, there's a lot of different life hacks that you can pull out in a bad situation that can really get you through. So thank you, Rooster. Like that, for me, that was one of my best MacGyvers ever. I have done a few in my life, but I think that one tops it. So you just have to use your imagination, especially when you come into a bad situation, So yeah, that's another very, very important thing to prep is your mind, your knowledge, your information, your skill set. Oh, Southwest Native, hello. You're new to the channel. Was thinking to have some kind of night vision. Also, the FLIR night vision would be best, especially if you're being followed or doing night search and rescue. Okay, that's a very, very important prep. Southwest Native, I appreciate that. And welcome. It's good to see you here. But as far as talking about brand new preppers, I'm not so sure I would put that on the list for people just starting out. People just starting out, they need 2 weeks worth of food and water and a decent medical kit, and then expand out from there. But I think your idea for night vision is a very good idea because you never know what's going to happen. If once the big balloon goes up, all kinds of things are going to happen at night, and you're going to need to be able to see, and you may be limited in your electricity, and you may be limited in your lighting as well, how far out your lighting can see. You may also want to stay concealed where you don't want to have any lighting on, but you can use your night vision to look out because, in a post-event, light might make you a target. So that's a very, very good point that you bring up. What particular type of shortages do I expect? I expect shortages in food and money. I expect the price of goods to go up, especially food, light on headband, or light discipline. You may be learning you may need to learn to do light discipline, sound discipline, scent discipline, which means no fires, no smoking, no cooking, those kinds of things, right? Because your scent, light can give you away, and sound can give you away, your location, right? This is one of the things we're trained at in the military, is all these disciplines. So those are skills that are easily transferable to apply in a bad situation, like over in Britain during the Second World War, when the Germans were coming over to bomb England and especially London, London was on a light discipline order. Everyone had to stay in. There was curfews. You had to stay in. You had to black out your windows and doors for light discipline, so that the planes flying over couldn't see you, and you wouldn't become a target that way. Water discipline is very important as well, Colin. Absolutely, very good point. Absolutely, Gene W. Yeah. Yeah, it's always important to check your pantry. What have I used? Well, what am I low on? If you use one, put one on the list, but when you buy one, buy two. The Blitz. Yes, Samich, absolutely. You keep all candy and put it in containers? Yeah. You're on curfew again? Yeah, we're on lockdown. No curfew here, but we're on lockdown. All right, Colin. Well, I hear. I hope you're feeling better. When someone says night vision, they mean more than a light lamp. So what would be a gadget for night vision? It would be a night vision either monocular, which is singular, and you use it like a telescope, or night vision binoculars. It could be a apparatus that mounts to your head and folds down so you can see out of two eyes. Yeah, just go ahead and go into YouTube and punch in night vision. Night vision binoculars or night vision monoculars. They have night vision scopes. We've got all kinds of things out there for night vision. Solar crank off the radio. Yep, very, very important. Communications. So that even if you can't broadcast on that radio, you can still receive. You can get the updates on whether it's weather or emergency status or whichever. Oh, copy that, Jesse J. Yeah, that's not going to go well. How do I feel about lockdown? That's not going to go well. How do I feel about lockdown? If I said fantastic, I would be a bald-faced liar. Night vision would require a power source. I'm sorry, I forget the gentleman who said that. Something native. If you could chime in on that, on let me see, Melanie's question here. Does night vision gadget require a power source? That would be wonderful if you could do that. There's a gentleman that was new to this channel. Something native. Crap. Sorry, I can't remember all names all the time. It's I see a lot of names. I'm looking for it right now. Southwest native. If you could chime in on that, that would be wonderful if you could help answer that question. Because that's what we're here for. The whole panel is here to help others in a panel. Are you allowed to go for groceries? Yeah, groceries and pharmacy. Yep. And you can go to a restaurant to pick up food to take out. I think you can still get into big box stores or something. Batteries, depending on the brand. Okay, thank you. Some may be solar charged or have chargeable batteries in them or something. May come with a power pack that you have to carry. Batteries required. Sharon, you're on your way. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. It was good to see you. And with this, guys, I think I'm going to take a bit of a break here. I got to use a potty, and so I'll be right back. If hey, SHTF, welcome. We're just taking a break to refresh our libation and go to potty. So, and we're just talking about new ideas for newer, not new ideas, but ideas for newer preppers or those who are new to the idea of it. So, if you've got anything to share, please do so. Sorry about that, guys and gals, but usually when I run over an hour, we're into an hour and 20 minutes or so here now. That's about my threshold. Well, Papa P, thanks so much. I appreciate that. I see you guys have been chatting in the. Somebody said something about Walmart, almost $10. I want to scroll up and see that. Walmart almost. That was Maria Elena said a gallon of bleach. Actually, Walmart is almost $10. I heard something about Clorox was going crazy in price. What is up with that? Okay, Melanie, there are devices like that, and do you know what? I'm not a lady, so I don't have one, and I'm a single person, so I don't have a lady with me. Otherwise, I would have one for her. I understand there are multiple brands, and I'm not sure if there are disposable or throwaway ones. I mean, you could use a funnel in a pinch, but yeah, no, the ones that I know of, they're not disposable. They're sort of a rubberized silicone, I think, and they're washable, reusable. Okay, so I just saw that, and I wanted to address, and I think it's a good idea if you're going to build yourself a bug out bag. I think it's a good idea for ladies to have one. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. I don't know the brand. The Shiwi. Soft silicone. Thank you, Sandwich, ever so much for that. I knew it was something like that, but I couldn't figure out the name. Get bleach at the dollar store. Go check your dollar stores. I'm going to go into my dollar store either tomorrow or the next day because there's some things there I need to pick up. You're making cheese right now. What kind of cheese are you making? Engineering? I'm holding off on planting seeds a bit, Papa P. I'm an hour east of Toronto. I'm holding off on that right now. A lot of the seeds that I'm going to be planting, I'm going to be direct sowing. So I'm not going to be doing that until like the last week of May. Oh, you go girl. Okay, that's another one. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was several brand names out there. I just couldn't remember the name of them. Yep, honey badgers. Okay, yep. If they had a better selection of emojis. Yep, Colin here, Kincaid Outdoors. He's our in-house traditional archery expert. So if there's any questions regarding that, please absolutely direct your questions to Colin at Kincaid Outdoors, or even better, go visit him on his channel when he does his live streams. Are you doing them on Thursday evenings, Colin? The beach lady. Yes, I know. That's something I need to add to my preps. However, don't get me wrong. I do have some things in the house for ladies. So I'm not a complete nitwit. You know, it's very, very important because you don't know who's going to drop by on an emergency and need to hang out for a while, or going to be here for a visit and need some feminine products. So, okay, Mrs. Plummer. It was awfully good to see you. You stay well and safe, and thanks so much for dropping by. And I hope you have a nice, relaxing evening, you and Mr. Plummer. Oh yeah, Colin's moving, so he won't probably do any planting. Oh, you're just waiting on getting the keys. Cheap bags of pool shock. That's a great point you just made there, S. Moore, about the pool shock. Now, if you want to get water purification bleaches, get the pool shock. And if you do, if your intended use for it is to store it for water cleaning, for drinking, make sure you get the powdered variety, because I understand the powdered variety is more shelf stable than the liquid variety. No live stream on Thursday? Okay. Well, anyone can get a hold of you by leaving a comment on one of your videos or live streams, and you'll be able to see it and you'll get to it, right? You're going to go back to your chicken, Kaylin's train? Okay. Well, it was awfully nice seeing you here. Thank you ever so much for dropping by. This is a much longer Monday live stream than I usually do. Typically, I like to keep my Mondays to almost exactly an hour, because then starts at 7, boom, done at 8, and everyone has the rest of the evening to do whatever they want. And typically, I need to work the next day, so. All right, so if anybody needs to get a hold of Kincaid Outdoors regarding any traditional archery, he has his email posted probably in his About Me section on his channel. Hey, Colin, why don't you go ahead and leave a link for your channel, just so that anyone can pick that up that might want information on head lice treatment. That's called a razor. You shave your head bald. Where did I get that hat? This hat was it was purchased at an Army surplus store. It's a bush hat, a digicam. A book would be good to have in the preps. I would think a whole bunch of books would be good to have in your preps. Books of all kinds. How do you use the pool shock for your water? Well, you mix the pool shock with your water. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you how much pool shock, because I've never used pool shock before. However, I will say that there are very good videos out there on how many drops of water, or sorry, of bleach to use in your in water, in like a quart of water. It might be 8 drops to a gallon. So don't listen to me on that. Go do your own research. Okay. Now, what I do for my bug out bag is I have a little Visine bottle that I have filled with bleach. Okay. Now, I also do have Visine in my toiletries kit for personal use in my bug out bag. But the one that you put in there for water purification, you want to keep it with your water purification kit, and use a black Sharpie or something to scribble all over it and black it out, so that you know that that's not the one to use for your eyes. Or you could put it in a different vessel and use an eyedropper, like a little drop. $80 came in. Okay, thank you very much. That's exactly one of those reasons why I don't want to go and just throw that information out there. Do your own research. It's easy to punch into the search bar on YouTube or into your Google search bar for those answers. Randy, you got to go. All right, it was nice to see you. Thank you ever so much. Iodine can be used to purify water. Okay. Be careful when you use it in your pool. Well, the thing about using bleach in water to purify it for drinking is once you've added the prescribed amount, you need to let that sit for a prescribed amount of time as well, right? You need to let that rest. Okay, so what sort of iodine are you talking about, Colin? Is it this kind of, all right, I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to ask you if it's this kind of iodine and I'm also going to ask, does anybody else have this in their medical preps? Oh, let's go this way. Oh, same thing. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Does anybody have that in their preps? Do you know what that's for, Colin? It's a kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, it's good to see you here tonight, Terry. Rad block. That is for radiation poisoning, okay? Now, I live just up the road from a nuclear plant. So it's, for me, as one of my preps, it's highly, highly important to have not just that pack, but several packs with me. It's rad block, potassium iodide. Iodide or iodate? Hang on a second. This is potassium iodide, and I could give you the measurements or ingredients in it, but I don't have my other glasses on. But if you live close to a nuclear plant, or you're worried about some sort of nuclear activity in your area, that might be an important thing to have inside of your medical kit. What am I on next? Papa P, I always do my live streams on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I do my live streams on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again, once Pinball is done with his live stream. So you'll probably see me moderating over there for Pinball on Saturday when he does his live streams. And then I'll usually jump out of the chat a few minutes before so I can come over and set up my live stream. Okay, Kincaid Outdoors, so it might be important. Michigan Lifestyle, if you live anywhere near a nuke plant, you can call them and you can ask them, you can say, hey guys, you know, I just moved here. I noticed there's a plant here. Can you please send me some iodine pills? Because I'm not sure if that's the rules in the States or not, but the nuke plant actually just sent them to me. They just send them to me annually. And it comes with a little kit, like there's a flashlight in there. There's the potassium iodide pills, and there's an information pamphlet on what to do in case of some type of event. Oh, Camping Survival sells the potassium iodide. Okay. Thank you, Jacques Bourne, for that. No worries, Papa P. It'll be good to see you more in the future. Oh, it's a beta blocker. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Southern Boy. I didn't know exactly how it worked. Youper, there you are. How you doing? It's good to see you. The new plan was pretty new, and you went on a tour. Oh, the plant was new. Okay. Copy that, Bettina. That's cool. You have a KI for you. Carol Ann has for radiation poisoning. Okay. All right. Okay. And you can get it on Amazon. All right. I didn't have to ask for it, Sandwich. They just send it every year in the mail. Yeah, those are all quite expensive, Southern Boy, and you know those are things I will get to, but I don't disagree with you one little bit. Go ahead and look at Southern Boy Prepper's statement there. This is a time that everyone should have on hand. I'm just going to scroll up to read it to you guys. Along with chemical biological suit and CNBC filters for gas masks. That's chemical, nuclear, and biological. filters. Very, very important preps to have because things are getting goofy. Yeah, Chernobyl. Learn to sleep with mop gear in the military. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, Uper. Chris is Clevercraft. Well, hello to you as well. You have a severe allergy to iodine. Well, I would research an alternative to that, Mrs. Plummer. Oh, you're back for a bit 101? Nuke plants are scary. They're designed, everything's designed to fail, right? Even the cooling ponds and all that, they're all designed to fail. Okay, so you guys are getting along in the chat. This is good. You posted the link on Amazon, potassium. All right, thanks. Appreciate that. Hello, hello, Big Dreams Homestead. Welcome. It's good to see you. Wide Family Farm. Everyone go check out Wide Family Farm. Maybe go put their stuff on a playlist. They're looking for some hours to give their channel a boost. So maybe we could see a link to Wide Family Farms to get them up over that those watch hours. Everything breaks eventually, absolutely. They're not necessarily designed to fail. Hey, Cherry, how you doing? Oh, yeah, Laurie, we were talking about that previously. Yeah, absolutely. CJ, there you are. You live far enough from the nuke plant and a big city, you'll have to deal with fallout. Yeah, it depends on which side of it, the prevailing winds you are. Hey, Susanna, welcome. Well, I don't know, Papa P. Are we doing any room raids? That's not usually up to me. That's usually up to you guys. If you guys suggest a room to raid, if you guys see a smaller channel out there, we've got 88 people in here now. You guys see a smaller channel out there that's live right now, and it's only got a few people in the chat, let me know who it is. I'll go check it out. And as long as they're not, kicking puppies or pinching babies, we can go spread some love if you want to. We can do that. Yeah. I'm into doing some room raids. I have tomorrow off, so I can let this stream go for a little while. So all I've got to do tonight is cook my breakfast for dinner and relax for the rest of the evening. What do you mean? Thank you for coming to your channel the other day, Colin. Your channel is one of the places I hang out. Oh, all kinds for sale on eBay. Okay, there we go. Hey, Sarah. Hello. Welcome. You get him, Arkansas living. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, breakfast for dinner is awesome. Oh, no problem, Wide. You just had breakfast for dinner? What was your breakfast for dinner? Mine is going to include these home canned breakfast sausages, which is the first thing I ever pressure canned with my new pressure canner. And I have sampled them, and they are good. I think hanging out with you is great, Colin. We go over there. There's a dozen people in there, 2-3 people on the panel. Nice small chitty chat, and we can get to talking about some stuff. You know what I mean? Adam Savage. I don't even know who Adam Savage is. Do you know what, Colin Kincaid Outdoors? Just because I moderate for on a bunch of channels that might be big or whatever, I still go back to the ones that I hang out with. Your channel, Mal's channel, Johnny Harper, How to stay warm in -40 Celsius, please, without a fireplace, Saskatchewan, Canada. Alternative heat source. You get a little buddy heater. Isolate a room. Um, you can make little heaters out of clay pots and candles. Just put some candles in like a baking dish. Flip a clay pot over top of it. Light your tea candles under it. Isolate a room, and I mean put blankets over your doors and windows and all this. You want to isolate an area for sure because you may not. Oh, okay, Lori, thank you. But yeah, you don't want to if you don't have a very awesome secondary heat source, you can do it in an emergency style with tea candles, but I would recommend like a buddy or a little buddy heater. Oh, Caroline, all right, no worries. No, it was great to see you here as well. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I hope anyone was able to take some information from all the great suggestions in the chat. And if there are any suggestions for doing room raids, we're going to get them from you guys in the chat. Okay? So you want to do a room raid, you got to do your research. Jeep, even. What's going on, Justin? If you guys want to do a room raid, you got to go do your research, make your suggestions, let me know, and then go ahead and put it all in caps if you find someone who's live streaming now, small channel. Oh, look at the love! Look at the love! Beautiful. All right, Bettina, have we ever rated Me and You Acres? TN Ridge Runner. Is that Tennessee? Tennessee Ridge Runner? How you doing? Oh, they go live after me every Monday. Okay. Well, now that's a channel I know. Okay. So if you guys want to do a room raid on them, we can sure do that. Have you ever seen the 60s Fallout Shelter propaganda? It's interesting and creepy at the same time. I'm not sure if I've come across any of that, CJ. Little buddy tip and candles with clay pot. Yeah. Do you know what, Melanie? Go back and watch my video of. I think it's titled "This May Save Your Life," and it's a tea candle heater, simple tea candle heater. Hey, Chris, how you doing? There are only 13 watching. All right, maybe if one of my awesome blue wrenches could bust up a link to Me and You Acres. Bettina, if you could just spell it out, the name Me and You Acres, how it's properly spelled, so so that one of my moderators can pick up on that and find a link for it, because they spell it all in wonky caps and lowercase. Yeah, I'd love to go do a room raid over there. Absolutely. Yep. That's a great channel, and I would love to show them some support. Rooster, you having eggs for dinner? Lord knows you got a bunch of them. It was good to see you here, Rooster. We will see you again. That's not how it's spelled, Colin. All right, well, maybe just give us a link. If you found it there, Colin, maybe just give us a link to it. Me and You Acres, we'll go hit it, okay? Well, hey, Brent, how you doing? All right, Rooster, stay well and safe. You on your way, Papa? Okay. Stay well and safe. Yeah, well, what are we going to do, Papa? It beats the options of not getting old. Boom. Colin there at Kincaid Outdoors has a link for Me and You Acres. Don't wait for me. Just go on ahead over and hit it. Smash down the love. Nothing but positivity. Please and thank you. Happy Mondays. All of that good stuff, okay? I'll be right there with you in a minute. Once I pull their site up. Hey, look, I'm live streaming. I could raid myself. Yeah, hammer down the love there, guys. It's a great couple. Great couple.
No, that is awesome.
Hammer it down.
What is going on? Oh,
what up, homies? I love it.
Greetings from North Shore. Oh my, they're doing a rough raid.
Oh my gosh, we've never been up to 12 and we're at almost 30. This is insane.
Can you see I'm going red?
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Love, love, love. Yeah, tell them where your love's coming from. Love from Nova Scotia. Love from Ontario. Whoa! There you go. Hammer down the love. This is a great channel here, guys. Smash the love down on them.
Iowa, Indiana, Arkansas. Oh, that's so cool.
Keep hammering it down on them. They're loving this.
Northern Maine.
This is great.
Michigan.
Tell them where you're from. Absolutely.
Okay. Oregon. Nice.
Scotland. There you are. Bonnie, Scotland.
Michigan, Minnesota. I got family in Minnesota.
Beautiful. Hammer it down, guys.
Oh, Miami. Colorado. I always wanted to live in Colorado.
Yes, well, we're in the Canadian version of Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
That is so awesome.
Iowa, North Carolina.
Where I didn't hear you.
California. I got a good brother of mine who lives in California.
Aw,
He's born in Wisconsin. Kind of doing some other things today. And so we didn't get the topic out, but we
Arkansas, look at you.
Goat babies going on, and they're looking for their new home. This is insane.
This is actually a good channel, guys. I come over here and hang out all the time.
It was the selling teacher.
Yeah.
Well, other than like use coffee, I've always wanted to like that. So that's what we go.
Yeah, check them out for sure. Like, share, and subscribe. Go on. Have a look at their videos.
I just didn't put a lot of gas in it because I thought we were going to go up to the library and use the library's internet tonight because we're on the terrible satellite internet out here.
Yes, as you can probably all see.
Yes. And for those that are new here, we're hoping.
Check them out, guys. Good channel.
In much anticipation of the Elon Musk satellite Starlink system.
It should be here in the next few months, so our lives will be better.
Me, I'm going to jump back. I'm just going to put rally.
So, thank you all so much.
That just made our night
in there.
Amazing.
All of you guys before and now have made our night, and we love our Monday Night Live, and
Yes. So, we've been making a goal for 2 years now.
Canada, he's American, I'm Canadian, and this is a love story.
Yeah.
This is usually where I come after my Monday live streams. I'm usually hanging out over here or, some other. We're just going to go ahead and end this then. Thanks ever so much for being here. Thank you to my moderators. Thanks everyone in the chat. Thanks for everyone coming in for the room raid. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and end this. And I hope everyone stays well and safe and has a wonderful week ahead of them. But yeah, definitely go check out that channel. And Me and You Acres, a great, very, very good channel. So with that, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Stay well and safe all. Don't forget to hold up your brothers and your sisters. Don't ever forget, never look down on someone unless you're about to help them up, all right? With that, is going to be north. Out for now. Yeah, go on back over to Me and You Acres. That's where I usually hang out after my Monday live stream. So thanks again for being here, guys and gals. Stay well and safe. If I can find the frickin' button. Here we are.